Welcome back to the Fantasia for a Gentleman by Rodrigo. We're going to dive straight into the next lesson, no messing about. Here we go. Fantasia, Rodrigo, Concerto, Guitar. It's all here. Alrighty, here we go. Welcome to the first scale segment. It kicks off with quavers, nice and simple. We are going to break these up into smaller chunks and put them together as one big large chunk at the end. So here we go. Chunk 1. You're up at 9th fret, 2-1. 1-4 here. And then 4-3. Notice that I'm using my thumb here, very particular fingering, because you're going to need an E there, so it's got to go. So you can get back into that first semiquaver scale run. That is the first chunk. And you stop on the high E. Semiquavers after that. It all has quite a few different fingerings. I will do, I think, 3 different fingerings for you. I will leave the Segovia fingering to last. All right, here we go, high scale. So we left it off up at 3-4. 1, 3, 1, 3, 4. 1, 1, 1, 3, 4. That's the first option. Option 2. 3 again, 1, 1 this time on string 2. 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4. And then finally we have the Segovia option. 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4. Before coming back down again. It doesn't matter which fingering you choose. I would suggest that you choose the first option, but again, it's up to you. It's how confident and how comfortable you feel. Main thing is, and checking that angle there, I'm going to expand it. Notice where my thumb is. Okay, in order to facilitate any sort of scale work here, your thumb has got to be sat right on the edge of the fretboard there. Next chunk. Semiquavers are down, you've hit that high A. Back to quavers. 4, 3, 1. And then I suggest 1, 4, 3, 1. Down to the A. And then you're going to hit another high E again with a 1. And then it is 4, 3, 1. Squeeze in to get that A. 4, 2, 1. G natural, 1. 4, 3, 1. D and high E. So that's the... Before we move into the next chunk. This is the best way of approaching that section. Get all of those little tiny chunks together and work on them and put them together so that they sound a little bit like this. And again, notice where I'm using my thumb. It's all there in that alternative angle. Anywhere where you've got lovely big intervals, you need your thumb. Welcome to the second half of this micro study. So scales, you left it off here with a high E. It's got to be 1, 3, hammer on, 1, 2, 4, 1, and I suggest if you can 3 or 4, 4 is better, so that you can then do 1, 3, 1, 1, 4, 2, 1. Okay, so that's the... That's the first chunk of those scales. From this point, where we sort of left it off, it's going to go 1, 4, 2, 1, 4, 2, 1, 3. I suggest open, straight into first position, pull off, 2, pull off, 1, 0. So I'm staying in second. F sharp, notice that I'm using my thumb there. And then 1, 0, 2, 1, 0, shifting into first position, 2, 1, stretch out, 4, 2, 3, 2, 0, 2, 1, 2. That needs some serious thinking about because it doesn't sound right when you put it together. So this is the first chunk. Second chunk. Third chunk. Fourth. And then then you're going to have to build it up. So I suggest chunks 1 and 2. And then you're going to have to go back and put the first 2 chunks in, starting at that. And that's it. That's that first lovely big scale section with the orchestra all in. There's going to be a pulse, and then you get to take a pause and dive into the next microstudy. Welcome to the next microstudy. It's just chords. It's 2 together. There is a bar between them, so be aware of that. Bar at 4. 1, 2, 4 on. Right hand doing all the selecting here. You then can move the bar up and go all the way across 5. But you're going to have to skip your thumb 5 to 4. Another way would be to go from here and then just do a half bar here into 5, which is what I would suggest. You're then going to have to shift down to 2 for the D with the 4 on here, exposing the 1, and then you're going to come up to C sharp minor and place that at 4 again. So it's literally going to be 4, 5, 2, 4. And of course the score does say rolled chords. Bar break. Then it is A, E. I suggest this D though is 2, 4, 3, so that you can prep your 1, E, A, and then your 2 stays down. So it makes it a little bit easier to do. And in. So I'm just going to chunk these 2 together, ignoring the bar's rest. Here they go. Thank you very much for staying until the end. The next video in the concerto series is going to pop along now. If you've enjoyed this, hit the like button and maybe even subscribe to the channel. This has been your daily dose of 6-string inspiration from myself, Rain.